Hi Cougar Staff, this is a short video tutorial to provide you more information about next year's Cougar Achievement Time, the Smart Block period for the 2016-2017 school year. We hope you find this information to be helpful to make you feel more confident and comfortable with all of the changes that will be rolling out next year.
What's different about it?
Well, thanks for asking. Currently, it is known as Pause or Cougar Time.
Next year, it will be known as CAT, or Cougar Achievement Time.
That's different.
Now, students typically stay on team.
Next year, students will have the opportunity to go off team during the period.
Now, there's very little student choice as to where they go and what they do.
Students have greater choice about where they want to go next year, depending on their needs and preferences.
Tell me more about all these differences.
Well, SSR is scheduled school-wide several days per week.
Next year, SSR will be held daily for students that are not being pulled by teachers and who choose to go to read.
Currently, it occurs at different times for each grade level.
Next year, it will occur from 8:19 to 8:49 every day for all grade levels.
And now typically only involves core teachers for decisions about content and monitoring during the period.
Next year, it involves more than core teachers. For example, elective teachers may pull a student to retake a test.
Now, we all have really large class sizes.
Next year, we'll have much smaller class sizes on team, larger group settings for certain activities such as SSR.
And now typically teachers will post a list of where students should report to for that time period.
Next year, some students will be assigned to a specific teacher, while others will have the option to go to a designated activity area.
That's a whole lot of differences. I'm so excited. But what is homeroom going to look like?
Not to worry. Team teachers will monitor students arriving to their classrooms each morning, just like we do this year, before announcements, and will take care of homeroom items between the time of 7:45 and 8:10. Homeroom will actually occur between 8:10 to 8:15, and then students will be dismissed to move to their Cougar Achievement Time location for that day.
But what should all my students bring to homeroom and to CAT?
They should bring any necessary materials for the day, and your grade level can decide if they should bring their first core or first elective materials as well.
Now, one of the things when we're rolling this out is it's very important that all middle school students here at Apex have their planner with them at all times. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this planner is going to look like. Here's a sample planner card for next year's 2016-2017 school year. So as you guys can see, there has been a tardy column that's been inserted, and these planner cards are going to be inside every single student's agenda, which will make it much easier for the staff to control and to make sure that they're all signing tardies and we're all on the same page. So these planner cards are how we're going to track where students are going or where they have gone for Cougar Achievement Time that day. We will stamp students' planners under the date for when he or she should attend a specific CAT location. Students could be assigned specific days to go to a teacher's room. And other days, students may have an open period and can choose to attend study hall in the cafeteria, SSR in the auditorium, quiet computer use in the media center, or even a teacher's room that is offering an open session.
So here's the breakdown. The entire student body, all grade levels, will be moving across campus at the same time. Students must move quickly to where they are supposed to go to avoid tardies. Our universal planner cards that Ms. Tierney just talked about will have that tardy to class column that all teachers should use to track this. Students may be in an area with students from other grade levels. Each day of the week, one subject area will have priority over all others. For example, Monday could be math, Tuesday could be language arts, Wednesday could be science, and so on and so forth. Teachers will use a stamp to document that students are coming to their classroom on their priority day. So for example, if Monday is math priority day, you as the math teacher might stamp your name in a student's planner under Monday's date that he or she is supposed to report to you during Cougar Achievement Time. Students will not be allowed into any other location if a teacher's name has been stamped on that date in their planner if it's that priority day. Teachers will also use a stamp to document students' attendance during the period. So for example, if a student has not been pulled by a teacher or stamped to go to a teacher's room and they choose to go to SSR in the auditorium, the staff that's supervising that area during that time will stamp as proof of their attendance.
So just like anything else in the school, we do have behavior expectations and pause set up for all students in all areas for CAT. So obviously all students are expected to be respectful to all adults and peers, to bring everything that they need, to arrive on time, and all of the staff members will need to be on board in making sure that we are upholding these standards for our students. This is a video of Ms. Scruggs, and Ms. Scruggs is going to show us what it may look like when a teacher is stamping a student's agenda. Let's go ahead and press play while I narrate here. Okay, here we go. Ms. Scruggs is walking to the student. She looks and stamps. Oh, thanks, Ms. Scruggs.
So here's an example of what a mock schedule would look like for a teacher. Most teachers will have this template that they can post outside of their door every day or every week so that students are able to see what days teachers will have open and closed. So this sample is of Miss Evans' social studies class. There's every day of the week posted, and Miss Evans' priority day just happens to be Monday. She has certain days that she's open and certain days that she's closed during this week. So days that she's closed, only students whose planners she has stamped ahead of time can come for that day. So for example, on Monday, she's doing test retakes and makeups. Students would need to bring their old test and a pencil with them. So these columns show the day of the week, the open and closed day, the lesson, and the materials they may need to bring. On her open days, she's decided to do a vocabulary review game, some current events for social studies, and a Kahoot test review. On Friday, she also has a closed session, which many teachers can take advantage of this time and use it for extended test time. This may be a great opportunity for you to have students who need that extended test time to come and start their test early, and then that way they're able to finish by the end of your normal class period.
But what am I supposed to do during this time with all my students?
No worries. There's lots of things that you can choose to do with this time. Now, obviously, this is a work in progress, but here are just some ideas that some of the staff members and people from other schools who have already put this in action have done. You can choose to do a test review or test makeups and corrections for those who were absent. You could do a vocabulary enrichment activity or game. You could finally get to the labs that you were never able to get to. If you're passionate about a topic, for example, Ms. Badger, we all know that she's passionate about Civil War. She may choose to teach Chasing Lincoln's Killer. Or really any topic that you are passionate about will work here. You could choose to do SSR time. Also, you could do a collaboration corner. I myself am really excited about this because of my specific situation with Mr. Shillinglaw. We have a door that adjoins our room, so we're envisioning like a huge room with lots of collaboration, students being able to talk and on computers and print. You could do a writing and grammar workshop. You could do a job readiness program, and if you have any questions about materials for that, you can talk to Ms. Scruggs, since we know she did that in her pause this year. And just keep in mind that sharing is caring. If you come up with a really good idea, share it with your PLT, share it with your grade level, but also know that every single person on the CAT committee is here to help you and will take you through this process step by step if needed. We are all in this together, and being the awesome staff that we are, we have to be on board with this school-wide to make the change together. To inspire all of us, I'd like to show you a little clip from High School Musical, and this is how I envision us to be next year.
So everyone has to be willing to put their best foot forward and participate, whether that means patrolling the hallways, having your own class during CAT, or even stepping in when the situation calls for it. We can do it, Cougar fam!